Hey guys, Alex here from redlemonclub.com. Now, before the rain catches up with me, and I hope that the music isn't too loud up here on the 50th floor of this Thai building, I wanted to address a handful of questions that have come through to me on the Red Lemon Club airways from various subscribers. And that is the question of, how do you maintain balance in life? How do you maintain a work-life balance? We all seem to be running around like headless chickens. Questions like, how do I balance creativity versus busyness, being busy? Now, I think the problem with balance is, there is a problem with this concept of balance. I don't think you want to be shooting for a balanced life, okay? Because balance implies that it's a zero-sum game. It implies that if you want to do something well, you're going to have to sabotage something else. You're going to have to put less into something else, right? There's a balance, like a seesaw. If you're going to do really well at something and put more time and energy into that thing, it means that something else is going to receive less attention and less time. But that's not the way you want it. You do not want to have that zero-sum game approach. You want to make sure that everything that is worthwhile in your life is being tended to, and it should be. There shouldn't be anything that you're doing in the ideal that doesn't matter. Everything should matter, and everything should be an all-in. Your family, you should be all in on your family, doing the very best that you can. You should be all in on your main projects, your main goals. You should be all in on your creativity, all in on your health and fitness and well-being. There shouldn't be anything that falls back, that falls behind, that suffers because you're going so hard into another thing. You need to be aiming high in all areas. I know that it sounds like a bit over the top. It sounds like a hard thing to do, but actually this idea of being burnt out and overdoing it and putting too much energy into stuff is a myth, because if you're getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep, you have enough. You've got the energy you need. Beyond that, you need to be tending to your energy through eating well and exercising. So you've got enough energy. Next thing is, you need to make sure that you're focusing on those things in life that matter. I think the reason you have the question of how to get more balance is because you're doing things that are not exciting you, that you're doing things that are not in line with your purpose, and you've got to figure that thing out. You've got to figure out those exciting missions and goals that you want to be moving towards, that are worth moving towards, and doing your very best. It's a gradual process, but doing your very best to start delegating those things and start avoiding those things that do not matter to you. Everything you do should matter, whether it's experimenting with a new style because you know that that's going to help you progress in your creative career, or focusing on your family for the amount that it needs. You do not need to be spending 24 hours a day on family life. Family is not everything. Work is also part of your life, and you need to be going in heavy into making your work the best it can be. So for me, there is no balance. It's about shooting for the stars in all aspects of life that matter. This means that you have to be very, very discerning about the things that you start including in your life, and you need to be using your energy in the best ways, the most effective ways that you can. It's not about settling for less in order to get something good. It's about settling for great in all aspects, in all the areas that matter in life, and that is possible. So think about that. Think about making all aspects of life the very best it can, and quit thinking about the balance stuff, because what balance is really saying, the language of the word balance is saying, I'm going to allow something to sort of suffer by the wayside. I'm going to allow a certain activity in my life to not get that much attention and be looked at in a mediocre way, and maybe I won't think about it too much whilst I focus more heavily on the other thing. No, you should be focusing on all the things that matter. Life, family, work, business, well-being, relationships. It can all be maintained, guys. You have the energy. You're just not focusing on the right things. Willing to talk about this a lot more. For me, I'm not there yet. I'm working disproportionately on my business right now, and relationship time is certainly not not taking a front seat, but it could be. There are plates that we can all spin to their max, right? I know that it sounds out of reach for some of us, but think about energy as being almost an endless pit. You can find that energy. It's amazing what humans have managed to achieve when they thought that their energy resources were out, but actually they had that added pressure. It's about getting excited about the things that matter in life, and doing whatever it takes to make all those things work together. Because when you see the momentum, when you see the successes and the wins that come from your added attention to these areas, as opposed to sort of the balanced, mediocre energy and effort that you put towards these things, you start getting more energy. Energy, as I said, it's sort of like, it's a bizarre thing. It's not capped. As long as you're getting enough sleep, you will find, like, I bet you've had those evenings where you've had a deadline and you found enormous resources of energy that you never knew you could find because you had that added pressure. Well, you need to start directing that pressure to those things in life that matter to you, by realizing that they matter, by realizing that they are amazingly important and that they are musts, that you must make them the best they can be. Your confidence, your business, your friendships, your relationships, they all must be always pushing to be the very best of their potential. That, for me, is balance. So it's not about work-life balance. There's not one or the other, okay? And it's not about mediocre amounts of energy and attention and joy in either. It's about maximum joy, maximum results, maximum energy put in to all of those things. So be discerning about choosing the things that matter to you and go all in. Commit to the full force and make it work for you, all right? If you've got questions about this, please do leave a comment below. I'm not always 100% eloquent about everything, but it might be a good discussion to continue in the comments. So before this rain starts chucking on me, I will see you tomorrow.